Attention passionate Cleveland, BROWNS. Latest news, something big is happening in the AFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Cleveland Browns' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Cleveland Browns fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and Cleveland, BROWNS. Let's get to the news. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we've got some electrifying news coming straight from the AFC North, news that has fans of the Cleveland Browns buzzing with excitement. And trust me, this isn't just any regular off-season rumor. No, what we're about to discuss could very well reshape the division's landscape and set Cleveland up for a serious shot at making a deep playoff run. So, buckle up, Browns fans, because this story is about to get intense. Now, I want to start by talking about the big player involved in this scenario, Jeudy. Yes, the talented wide receiver who has been making waves in the NFL, and especially in the AFC, has sent a message that has caught everyone's attention. And no, this isn't just trash talk or some off-season bravado. Jeudy's message was confident, almost like a declaration of intent, hinting that he's ready to take his game to the next level, and more importantly, that he's got some serious plans for the upcoming season. What makes this even more intriguing is the context. Jeudy has been in the league for a few seasons now, impressing with his route running, agility, and ability to make big plays downfield. But this year, he seems more focused and motivated than ever. You could sense the confidence in his words. And as Browns fans, we should be paying close attention because this could spell trouble for division rivals who are counting on him to be a major threat. But let's back up a bit and analyze why this is such a significant story for Cleveland. The AFC North is always a fiercely competitive division, with teams that are constantly trying to outdo each other, whether it's in the trenches with the offensive and defensive lines, or through explosive plays in the passing game. And with the Browns adding new pieces and sharpening their roster, every little detail like this confidence from a key opponent can have ripple effects. Looking at Cleveland's current status, the team has been steadily building up their roster over the past few seasons, focusing on a mix of experienced veterans and promising young talent. The quarterback situation has been a hot topic, but with Deshaun Watson leading the charge, the Browns are clearly aiming for a higher ceiling. Watson's experience and leadership are critical, especially when facing opponents who are hungry to prove themselves, like Jeudy and the Denver Broncos, who he's set to face in a crucial matchup. Now, in terms of the defense, Cleveland has been investing heavily in their secondary, trying to create a lockdown unit that can contain explosive receivers like Jeudy. The addition of talented players and strategic coaching has been paying off, but every team in the division is aware of the importance of shutting down the other's top weapons. So, when a receiver like Jeudy sends out such a confident message, it's almost like a rallying cry for him and his team to come out swinging. And speaking of the Broncos, they're entering this season with a lot to prove. Last year was a bit of a roller coaster for them, with some flashes of brilliance but also inconsistencies. Jeudy's confidence signals that he's ready to be a major factor in their offensive schemes, and that he's not just there to participate. No, he's aiming to dominate, to make defenses look silly, and to do whatever it takes to get his team back into playoff contention. Now, for Cleveland fans, this is a moment to be both excited and cautious. Excited because having a division rival's star receiver talk big means that your team's secondary must be prepared for a battle. But also cautious, because it underscores how talented and motivated the Broncos are, and that every game this season will require focus, discipline, and a bit of that Browns grit we all love. Let's also consider some of the other key factors that play into this. The AFC North has been a battleground for years, with teams like the Ravens, Steelers, and Bengals always in the mix. But Cleveland has been quietly rising, making strategic moves and building a roster that can contend with anyone. The addition of Deshaun Watson, the development of their offensive line, and the emerging talents on defense have all contributed to this upward trajectory. And it's not just about individual talent. It's about the mindset. The Browns have been cultivating a culture of resilience, hard work, and hunger to win. That's why this message from Jeudy is so interesting. It's a reminder that the division is filled with players who are motivated to outperform, to prove critics wrong, and to make their mark. Looking ahead, the Browns face a very challenging schedule, but with this kind of confidence from opponents like Jeudy, it's clear that every game will be a war. Cleveland's defense, especially their secondary, will need to be sharp, disciplined, and ready for the big plays. And on offense, Deshaun Watson will have to be at his best, connecting with his receivers, reading defenses, and making those clutch throws that can turn the tide of any game. Now, let's talk a little about the expectations for Cleveland this season. Fans are optimistic, and rightly so. The team has the talent, the coaching staff is experienced, and they've shown they can compete at the highest level. But as always, the division's top contenders are not going to give up their spots easily. And messages like Jeudy's only add fuel to the fire, making every matchup in the AFC North even more intense. In fact, if Cleveland can capitalize on their strengths, like their solid run defense, the emerging playmaking ability of their secondary, and the leadership of Watson, they could very well position themselves for a deep playoff run. But it all starts with consistency, health, and a relentless focus on execution. Every game in this division is a chess match, and knowing that opponents are confident and motivated adds an extra layer of complexity. And what about the overall mood in Cleveland? Fans are energized. Social media is buzzing with opinions, predictions, and hopes for a successful season. The team's recent moves and the bold confidence from players like Jeudy are seen as signs that this could be Cleveland's year to shine. Of course, it's a long road ahead, but the foundation is there. The Browns are not just looking to be competitive, they're aiming for a playoff push, a division crown, and maybe, just maybe, another Super Bowl appearance. So, Browns fans, what do you think about all this? Does Jeudy's confidence motivate you even more? Do you believe Cleveland can leverage this kind of rivalry fuel to push themselves to new heights? We want to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion really matters to us, and more than that, it matters to the team as they prepare for battle this season. And before we wrap up, I want to emphasize how important this season is for Cleveland. The AFC North is as tough as ever, with every team hungry and capable of big things. But the Browns have shown that they're not backing down. They're ready to fight, to compete, and to prove that they belong at the top. The confidence from Jeudy and others only reminds us that this division is going to be one of the most exciting, most competitive in recent memory. So stay tuned, Browns fans. We'll be keeping a close eye on how this story unfolds, how the team responds to these challenges, and how they turn the confidence of their rivals into motivation to succeed. This season promises to be a roller coaster, full of highs, lows, and unforgettable moments. Make sure you subscribe, turn on notifications, and stay connected because we'll be bringing you all the latest updates, in-depth analysis, and behind-the-scenes insights right here. And now, Cleveland Browns fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Cleveland Browns. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Cleveland Browns news.